Good morning all. I'm Dr. Krishna Man and this is my YouTube channel CBSE Tech Talks. Today we are going to do a program in which we will check whether a number is divisible by other or not. So let's start with. Now we know the very first condition for divisibility is that numerator has to be numeric value as well as denominator, and denominator can't be 0, otherwise it will be infinite. We can't divide a number by 0, and when we are dividing, the numerator has to be bigger than denominator. So these are two things which will be taken into consideration. The first thing is that denominator should not be 0, and the second thing is that denominator has to be smaller than numerator. So let's start. First of all, comment. Program to check the divisibility. So I have written the comment, program to check the divisibility of a number with another number. So we need to read two numbers. Let the numbers be num1 and num2, because we don't know which one will be acting as numerator and which one will be acting as denominator. So num1, enter any number. So we are going to enter any number. Brackets close, parenthesis close, second parenthesis close. Num2 equals to int, input, enter another number. Okay, brackets close. Okay, now what we have to check that these number, both the numbers should not be 0, because if you are dividing numerator by some number, 0 by some number, or denominator by some number, so in both the cases we don't want the 0 value to be entered. So for that, what we will do, we can say condition only, or if you want to forget about that, if you don't want 0, you want to be given some other values only, you want to enter some other values only, so we can straight away go with. So first of all, we have to check which one is bigger number. So if num1 greater than num2, so what is to be done? If num1 is greater than num2, you will be dividing num1 by num2. So what is to be checked now? We need nested if num1 modulus num2 equals to 0. Am I clear better? First of all, I have checked that the value of number 1 is bigger than number 2. So if the value of number 1 is bigger than number 2, then only we can divide number 1 by number 2. So if this condition is true, we are checking, are we getting remainder 0? How to get remainder? With using modulus operator. So num1 modulus 2, num1 modulus number 2 equals to 0. Then what is to be printed? Print num1 is divisible by num2. So you will be writing properly. So we want the value of num1 is divisible by, leave space, and num2. If this condition is false, it means it is not divisible by. So else, the else has to be under if, else what you will write is not divisible. I'm copying and pasting only. Is not divisible. This is the case when the value of num1 is greater than num2. What in the other case? So if the first condition, outer condition, the condition given with the if statement in the outer if statement is not true, then we will be dividing the other way. So what we will do? Else In else, what are you going to do? We are going to divide num2 by num1. Instead of num1 by num2, we will be going to go with num2 by num1. So num2 modulus num1. Same thing, but we will be changing the numerator as well as denominator. Print num2 is divisible by space. Now there is some mistake, that's why is has come in the other color. Let's check what is the error here. Now it has to, this will not going to come in the quotes. Now it is right. See, you can see that the content in the quotes is always green, while the reserved words are either of pink or purple color. Else will come here. Else you are going to do this only. Okay, is it clear? So we have read two numbers. Now if number 1 is greater than number 2, we are dividing number 1 by number 2, and if remainder is coming 0, it means number 1 is divisible by number 2. Else if it is not coming 0, it means number 1 is not divisible by num2. If the value of num1 is not bigger than num2, we will make num1 as denominator and num2 as numerator. Let's run module. Now we can give the name D drive divisibility. You may give any name, that is totally up to you. Divisible. I have given this thing. Okay. Enter first number. Suppose I have given 12. Enter second number. Suppose I have given 10. 12 is not divisible by 10. First of all, it has checked bigger number. So numerator is bigger number. Let's do the other way. Run. This time I will be giving first number 10 and the second number 12. 12 is always taking, see, the first number. This time the first number was smaller, so it has taken the other way. There may be the third case also. In the previous video I told that you should go for all the possible options. What if I give 12 and 12? What it is giving? 12 is divisible by 12. Now if numerator and denominator, or you can say both the numbers are given same, no need to check the conditions, isn't it? If you see here, it is going to check the first condition, num1 is not bigger to num2. This condition is false. This condition is false, so it is going to the next. Else it is checking this and it is checking this. So unnecessary, it has done two checks. So what we can go with, we can do here elif. What are you going to do here? Elif num2, or you can say num1 less than num2. And in the else case, what will happen? Else case, you can write print both the numbers are same. Both the numbers are equal. And then you can write the value of any one, num1 or num2. Num1. Let's see once again. I will be checking only for the else case when both the values are same. Rest all we have already checked. So if I give 12 here and if I give 12 here, both the numbers are equal. Am I clear? So this is what we can check here. Divisibility of one number with the other. So first of all, we have to check which number is to be divided by which one number, or you can say what will, out of two numbers, which number is to be acting as numerator and which will be acting as denominator. After finalizing numerator and denominator, we have to check remainder. If remainder is coming 0, it means the number is divisible, else number is not divisible. I think the coding is clear. Students, I want you people to like and subscribe my channel and to visit other videos also by going to the file which is having all the links for the videos in my Google Drive, which is already shared in the description box. See you in the next video.